What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz coming at you with another episode of Digimon World Next Order. If you guys are enjoying, sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, support. So last episode, we didn't get all that much done, unfortunately, compared to what I would like to get done. However, we do have our rookies, and ideally we're going to take care of a few other things this episode, but something I realized that I hadn't in the last episode was actually explain what the stats do. Let me just... so you can see. So, actually, you know, it might be better
Toughen up
to look over here, right? Because you can see most of them. So, up top we have HP, which, as you would expect, those are your hit points. Once those hit 0, your Digimon faints. We have your MP, which is your master point, which determines how frequently or how many times your Digimon are able to use attacks. Under that, we have Strength, which, as you would expect, is your strength when attacking. And that we have Stamina, which is essentially your defense of the game, but it also affects how many items, or I'm sorry, how many materials you can pick up in the field. Next we have Wisdom, and Wisdom is a bit of an interesting stat. Wisdom actually determines how often you crit and how much MP you use when using your attacks. The higher your Wisdom is, the higher your crit chance, and the lower cost some MPs, some skills use. However, it doesn't go down infinitely, so you can't just start casting using skills for 1 MP or something like that. They do go down to a certain point, and then after that it will just kind of balance out. And speed, as you'd expect, is your speed in battle. So it is nighttime. Nighttime is dangerous to go running around right now for us with our stats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of training here. Let's see. What do I want to have my 2 Digimon work on right now? I think I would like... yeah, I think I'm going to do this for a little bit. Not too long. Just long enough for my Digimon to either want to go to bed or daylight arises. So I'll cut away until something interesting happens. Alright, so legitimately only 2 training sessions before my Digimon wanted to go to sleep. I know I said to come back when something interesting happens, but it isn't really interesting. So now we are awake. You see, we recovered 100% of our tiredness because we are 100% of our fatigue due to the fact that we slept inside. If you sleep outside, you will not recover as much. So give him a nice praising. Alright, got some more information. Gonna come pick up our meat from Tanemon. This is gonna be basically our daily routine. I'm not gonna go through it every time I set up a video if I'm in File City. Just to kind of show what I will basically do for my daily routine. Grab that. Come over here, talk to Koromon. Get our items from you. Medicine. Ooh, medicine's really good because you can sell it for a lot, or you can use it. Ideally, you won't have to use it, but it sells for 1,250 bits. So early on, that's pretty good. For now, though, I'm at half. Okay, so I need the salty fruit. I'm gonna keep the meat. Medicine, I'll put that away for now. Oops, let me do that. Oh, also, if you hold R1, it advances the dialogue faster. So now what I'm going to try to do is, I'm going to try to get the cheerful apple that Palmon wants. I'm also going to pick up some things along the way, but I will cut away until I hopefully find it. Okay, so after that battle, we actually learned a skill, Mock Jab, which is actually a surprisingly deceptively good skill. From the Goblimon over here. Oh, and look at that. Almost as if on cue, we find the cheerful apple that we need. So let's head on over to Palmon right along the way here. I believe it's further down this way, actually. So you can learn skills in this game by seeing them in battle. Now, unlike the original Digimon World game, you cannot learn skills simply by training your Wisdom. Or your brain stat, which is essentially the equivalent of Wisdom. But something that you can do in this game is learn skills that neither your Digimon can use. See, Black Agumon cannot learn that skill, which I believe was the case. Oh, okay. Well, Gomamon can use this, but you can learn skills in this game that neither your Digimon can actually use at the moment. And I'm pretty sure that in Digimon World 1, you couldn't do that. But that's a nice upgrade. So, let's talk to Palmon. Welcome back. Did you find the items as I need as fertilizer? Got everything. Here you are. Oh, sweet. You bought all 3 of them. Thanks a bunch. Just what I need for my fertilizer. Alright, time to make a delicious fruit. And just like that, we get... I guess I'll take these guys on. The battles early game take a bit longer because of how passive the Digimon are pretty early on. They're at least the Digimon that you're able to fight easily. As an example, both my Black Agumon and my Gomamon, along with the Goblinmon in this area, they tend to back away from each other for a majority of the battle, which is slightly annoying because it means everything takes longer. I just want to make sure everything is safe. There's a bathroom right over here. Which, oh, I don't think I went over. There's actually maps of the area. If you hit the options button, you can see a map of the area. And a little overview. And you can see a key over on the right hand side. You can't really see everything because I'm blocking it, but you see a material spot, fishing hole, subquest, main quest, etc. So now we're gonna head this way is where I want to go. For a little bit. We're gonna go to the Nine Plains Forest Path. Heading on in here. There's gonna be a few different Digimon to run into. And, well, it's a new area. First up, our level 3 Arurumon. It looks like a Palmon. It's basically just a reskinned Palmon. A lot of Digimon in the game will be reskins of each other. Arurumon's also a rookie Digimon, plant attribute. And as you can see, the Arurumon is also slowly backing away from my Digimon, which makes it really hard to connect some of my attacks like that. Okay, which tanked that hit pretty easily. Alright. Ooh. Getting low on HP here. Okay. Try this. Because Black Agumon doesn't have the highest stamina. That's why I wanted to work on its stamina a little bit. Doesn't need all that much stamina, because if I can one-tap the enemies, then I don't really need all that much stamina. But looking at the stats here, you see I get quite a decent chunk of stats from the Arurumon here. It took a little bit to get it taken care of, but we get 60 bits and 10 Tamer EXP. So that's pretty solid. It's about the same as the Goblinmon, however, I do get a little bit more stats from this, so that's quite nice. The green Digitalk is nice as well, along with Arurumon can drop something else, which is pretty good. We'll see if I can get it to drop, but I don't think I'll be able to. And ideally, you lure Digimon over one at a time to fight them, because the stat drops you get from them only... It doesn't matter if I fought one Digimon or if I fought multiple, I would still get the same stat drops. So you want to fight them separately, if possible. Alright, with that battle done, we can go back here, pick up these materials. Something else that I didn't note, that I kind of forgot about. In this game, the items dropped after battle automatically go to inventory. You don't have to walk over to them and pick them up like you had to do in Digimon World 1. Okay. That. Grab that. And now we can talk to Numemon. Man, I'm so hungry. What can I say? I'm a gourmand. This momentous occasion indeed. You see, I want 5 green Digistalks. No way. Bloop bloop. Straight up denied. Harsh, man. Alright, so we have a request from Numamon now. Digimail. I'm really starving. Please find me 5 green Digistalks. I believe we only have 4 at the moment. Legitimately don't know. Yeah, we have 4. However, Arurumon can drop 1, so another cheer for Apple over here. Alright, that battle finished. A little bit more stats. Got the last green Digistalk I need over there, but someone else over here to talk to. Alright. Gotta turn on a little bit there. Ooh, this is... Okay, so those red Vegemon down there, they are dangerous. Be very, very careful to not run into them. If you do, like I was trying to say beforehand, if you run into red Vegemon, run fast. Okay, so, okay, I was able to initiate conversation. It's no good. I can't think of anything. I may be weak, but I want to help people. The problem is my only skill is making this thread. I'm confident in your strength, but what can I use it for? How about knitting? To a lifeline, or use it for a fishing line? Use it for a fishing line. A fishing line? What a great idea. Even I could make something like that. Wait, I don't have anything to use as a fishing rod. Hey, could you help me find a stick or something? Sure. Really? Wow, thanks so much. Okay, if you find anything you can use as a rod, bring it here. I'm counting on you. Hey, get away from me. You're dangerous. You see they have the red HP bar and everything, and like their detection range is pretty good. Digimail. A stick. I need a stick I can use as a fishing rod. Look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So, with that in mind... Oh, it doesn't show up on the map like I thought it did. Okay. Well, the fishing rod can be found in this same area. It's just all the way back here by the Numamon. And since we had to walk back here anyway, I wanted to go talk to the... Wormmon down there first. Since we knew there was someone else to interact with here because of the map. See? Exclamation points are subquests. Now let's go talk to... how's my HP looking? HP's looking good. MP is looking a little shaky, but we have low wisdom. Okay. Might talk to Numamon. Man, I'm so hungry. What can I say? I'm a gourmand. Oh, okay. You just say the same thing. Got it. Bloop bloop. Time to eat. Yeah, I'm so full. When I eat, I just chow down, you know? A full belly gets me raring to go. I'll fight with you. That was kind of lame, because it fights you immediately after that, but luckily it's not as strong as the Numamon that come out at night. However... Oh dear, it's happening again. Huh. I was just saying about it not being as strong. Coming out at night. That's probably mostly attributed to the fact that Black Agumon has 140 stamina. Although, well, which doesn't have that much more. And we don't get that much stats from that. So, I didn't really get to go over it just yet. We got good bits and good Tamer XP. Bloop! Oh man, I was so full and my movements were sluggish. But all that fighting helped me chill out. I'll go to the city, so please forgive me. These are revived there. When doing battles, you might notice that there are some battles where you gain a decent amount of stats and some battles where you don't. That's because... Actually, I'll just open the menu here, so I can talk about this easily and not have to worry about dodging Digimon. That's because the amount of stats you gain is determined by the stage of your Digimon, the stage of the opposing Digimon, and how high your stats are currently. So being that we just fought a champion Digimon, we should have gotten more stats. However, because our stats were already past a certain threshold, we didn't get that many stats from the Numamon. That's why when we fight the Arurumon or the Gabumon sometimes, we'll see more than 1 or 5 stat gains like we saw with the Numamon. That's something to keep in mind if you're doing battle training, which I plan to do, as opposed to using the gym frequently. But let's go over here and talk to you. Did you bring me something I can use as a fishing rod? Yep, here it is. Oh, that's the ticket. Okay, now, just tie the string to the end. Presto, fishing rod complete. I couldn't have done it without you. Here's a little something to say thanks. We get a fishing rod. I hope this helps with your fishing. Use it well. And then with that, Wormmon joins the city. And after that, we had a Digimail. So let's check the Digimail real quick. Come back to town. The Digimon search is going well. Thanks to you, I've been able to get a lot of information from the Digimon in town. When you have a spare minute, why don't you come visit me at home? I don't remember if that's the voice I was using for Digimon or not, but we have a new objective. That's to visit Digimon once we get back. I need to save some Digistalks, but I need to use some now. Oh, oops. Let me do that.
It's chow time.
So I did that before to change who I'm giving the item to, which you can simply do by hitting L or R, L1 or R1. So if I do it like this, I'm only giving it to my partner on the left. If I do it like this, only partner on the right. Like this is both of them. And I don't think I went over that at all either. That's just about all we can do in that area. However, we got a fishing rod. So what does that mean? We can go fishing. There is something else I wanted to pick up here, but it's not that big of a deal. When we fought the Arurumon, they used a move that we didn't have yet. We don't need it, but it'd be interesting to have. I don't have any Digimon that can use it right now, obviously, because of just these two. However, I am not going to worry all that much about it. But now that we have the fishing rod, oh, there it is. So here is something that's pretty threatening. It's called the King Digimon. It's the King Digimon of this area. I don't remember what the requirements are to spawn these, but there are King Digimon in specific areas. I believe it's one to each map. Rather, one to each main area, I guess I should say, right? Because this is the sub-area of Vast Plateau. Or is this sub-area of Night Plains? I'm sorry. This is the Vast Plateau. If we were to go to the next area, the Forest Path, that's still Night Plains. It's just a different sub-area in Night Plains. So each sub-area has one of these giant Digimon, I believe. That's kind of out of the Oh, it sees me. I just want to see what a level was, but I really don't want to tangle with that right now. That'll actually put me in the ground with my current stats, so don't want to deal with that. So we have a fishing rod. So what does that mean? That means we can go fishing. Fish can be used as another way to feed your Digimon. Let's go fishing. Press X at a fishing area to start fishing. Start choosing a lure. You can give yourself more choices by collecting more lures. Okay, we're going normal lure. It's not that complicated. Really similar to Pokemon fishing. When a fish comes close by, the buoy will twitch with the exclamation point mark will be visible. Press X upon the rod. If you do so before the exclamation mark disappears, fishing will be interrupted. When the fish come by for a period of time, fishing will automatically stop. The exclamation mark will disappear after a few seconds. If that happens, fishing is failed. When fishing fails, you will lose time. Press X with the right timing for successful fishing. You will get any fish you catch. Even when successful, you'll still lose a bit of time. Essentially what they're saying is time passes while you're fishing. Instead of saying you lose a bit of time, I believe they could have worded that better. However, oh, are we really gonna? Okay. First attempt at fishing was a failure. That's unfortunate. There are some fish I would like to catch here. I want to just kind of show this off, but seriously? Oh, there we go.
Excellent.
Got Digicrucian. You caught a fish. The fish you catch depends on the lure and the location. Try out new things. And if you remember previously, fish also lower the discipline every Digimon. So, if you need to lower discipline in Digimon, you can go fishing.
That's
Alternatively, you can go fishing to help you make money early on. Since some fish actually will sell more than others, I guess as you would expect. Though it does take up a little bit of time. But if you remember at the end of last episode, I showed off a bunch of the Tamer Skills. And the Tamer Skills can influence your fishing hit rate. And it can even influence how many fish you catch at one time, which is quite nice.
Oh, great timing. Apparently, there are other humans apart from yourself in the digital world.
Right?
If they've suddenly been thrown into this world in the same way you were, they're probably in trouble. Considering the strange incidents with the machine Draymon, you should also go check them out.
Alright.
If we can exchange information, maybe we can find out why humans have been pulled into the digital world. And maybe we could solve some other mysteries too. Like how we can send you all home.
See, I would say I wouldn't mind staying here, but I don't think you can eat here. We don't need a rest, but we also don't eat.
The witness reports are coming from the south of Nye Plains. Be careful.
At least we haven't had to eat yet. I don't know how I feel about meat being grown on a farm.
Got a second?
We're back, TheKennyDubz. I have good news.
Made my day.
Wormmon has come back to Floatia. He can tell you what your partner's favorite food is.
Made my day.
Numamon has come back to Floatia. It's around the bathroom. I wonder what it's doing there.
Made my day.
Palmon has come back to Floatia. He'll improve your fields. Stage prosperity is now 5. It's still a long way to go. Okay, we are Tamer level 3 now, which is quite nice. Got an email directing us to what our next objective is. There are some more humans out there. What a surprise. Witnesses say they're in the power plant area number 2, power plant number 2 south of Nye Plain. Leave the town and just head south. Oh, my Digimon need to go to the bathroom, so let's take care of that real quick. Alright, now while we're here, let's talk to Numamon. It's great to be in this city, but I can't think of what to do. This place feels right. I think I'll stay here. Oh yeah, I found this the other day. Here. Little body, if I find more of that, I wonder if I can find more of that junk. Come back when you feel like it. Talk to Palmon. Look what the cat dragged in. Leave all the field work to me. This field's a bit small, so it'll be hard to do any major improvements. Still, for now, let's work on upping the crop yield. Here we go! So, unfortunately, I had to pick up my meat for the day. However, if you get Palmon here before you pick up your meat, Palmon will increase the amount of meat. I almost said yeet. The meat that you can pick up for the day. So I did miss out on a little bit of extra food for my Digimon, but that's okay. That's why I really wanted Palmon last episode. Okay, don't need that. Okay, so let's head over to the power plant. My power plant isn't too far, as Digimon said. It is to the south of Nye Plains, so if we head straight south, we will find the power plant. I don't think I've been to that area yet, so I'll keep you guys along for the ride, or the walk, I guess, since I've not yet been there. Had I been there already, you wouldn't be watching me walk there right now. However, there are some more items to pick up, though, so we're going to do that. There was also the issue before of running into the King Digimon. I'm not sure if it'll still be there. I hope not. Michael. Yeah, I'm heading the right way. Down here. Oh, another communication after that battle. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Go praise up our Digimon. Alrighty then. Pick up this cheerful apple. And there's another area we can head to over here as well, but the Digimon there are quite strong, so I don't necessarily want to head there just yet. Oh, it's nighttime now. Oh dear. The Gabumon are giving us like no stats now. Well, it's not nighttime just yet. It's like evening. Still want to fight? Alright. The main reason I had to take that fight is because of the Tamer EXP. And the bits are nice as well. Coming over here. What? An item? There's an item over there. Alright. We're gonna head over here. Power plant number 2. Now, normally, this area will be teeming with Digimon. Right in the middle, and there's gonna be 5 of them, which makes the fight extremely difficult, especially early on. So, if possible, you're gonna want to avoid this area for a little bit, or you can try to lure them over one by one to fight them, because they get pretty good stats. But fighting them, you know, 5v2 early on is pretty difficult. However, because there's story progress here, they're not going to be here right now. So we have free reign of this area currently, so we can pick up some items. Can I not walk around that way? I guess I have to go through here. Okay. And there's some good materials to pick up as well, which will help us out tremendously later. So make sure to pick up these materials. Don't start slacking on them. These are very important for later. Oh, we got Digibamboo there. I advanced the text too fast. But if you see yellow text, you pick up a rarer item. So we want to walk over here because, as you can see, there is an Insectoid Digimon here. Also, there's materials here, so I'm going to go grab these materials first. I don't know how much more I can hold, though. Got an old card out of that, too. Can't carry anymore. Okay, unluckers. So. I am so hungry. Where am I? Who are you? I am Kuwagamon. I am looking for food to eat. I love Royal Digijelly. It is on Forest Path and Night Plains. But I got lost on the way, and I do not know where I am. So please, I ask you, please bring me Royal Digijelly. Sure. Royal Digijelly coming right up. You are a good human. Royal Digijelly is on the Forest Path and Night Plains. So again, because of what I mentioned earlier, we're going to... There's no Digimon here because of story progress. So rather than going immediately to finish the story progress, you can find Digijelly on the Royal Path, on the Forest Path and Night Plains. You're the one who can help me, please. I like how it goes from speaking, like yelling, speaking all caps, to talking normally in email. So what we're going to want to do now is actually go directly to the Digijelly. Go pick that up. Especially because it's nighttime, or getting close to nighttime. So, Numamon are gonna be out. Uh-oh. Can I get out of here? Uh-oh. Do they show up at the evening? Oh, shoot. I can always pause buffer? I think I'm gonna meet you guys back at the city, instead of watching me do this. Okay, so I was gonna cut away and just meet you back at Forest Path, but I got another communication, so I figured I'd cut back in and show this. Unfortunately, Black Agumon pooped in his sleep, so I had to scold it so that it doesn't keep doing that. Don't do that. Alright, anyway, so now we get 8 pieces of meat because of Palmon. So I'm gonna pick up our Koromon goods, and then I'll meet you back over at Forest Path. Okay, so here we are on the Forest Path, and I believe about halfway through is the Royal Digijelly we need. Oh, and here's one of the things I wanted to show that they drop. They drop hunks of meat, which is quite nice. Those who play Digimon Worlds 1, these are the tier 2 of the meat, which you can obtain as well. Okay, moving on here. I'm gonna try to avoid... Oh, okay, there's a Royal Digijelly. I thought it was one... It was at the next... Swerve, but it's right here. And this time we got a recovery disc, which is also nice to have. Something I didn't note before running into that battle was that the HP bar on the Arurumon has actually changed now. So first of all, here's the Royal Jelly. You might have noticed that the HP bars come in different flavors or different colors. There is like a sky blue color, like that. There is a blue color, and there's red. And I'm not entirely sure what they're all supposed to indicate. I believe typically the regular blue color is what's used when enemies are very, very easy for you to beat at your current level. And you won't get much stats. The one above that, the Arurumon we just saw running at us, had, is it's still easy enough for you to beat, but it might not yield. It'll yield some decent stats for you, nothing crazy. And then there's red, which those Digimon are usually oh no. Digimon are usually pretty aggressive, but that doesn't mean you can't beat them, right? So here's Goblimon. Oh, it's still. So sometimes they'll still charge you, which is weird, but a lot of times Digimon that have the blue bar that the Goblimon just had, they won't bother you. And a lot of times they'll just actually end up slowly backing away as you get close to them, as if they acknowledge that it's like, hey, you're strong, I don't want the smoke. I don't think that's going to occur until all of them in that area, or till your stats are obscenely high comparatively to where you are. Anyway, it's a new day, so that means we can pick up the materials again. I'm just going to pick up this stuff, then I'll meet you back over by Kuwagamon over in the corner. This spot is a really good spot for materials. I know I said I'd meet you back over by Kuwagamon, but this spot, if you can gather from this spot, I would highly recommend gathering from this spot. I can't hold that much stuff right now anyway because my stamina is so low. However, here's Kuwagamon. You brought me Royal Digijelly. I am so hungry. Give it to me. Delicious. This is my favorite. I am full now. Huh? What am I doing here? Where am I? Thinking makes me hungry. I want to eat Royal Digijelly. Where's Royal Digijelly? Let us go look. Talk about having a one-track mind. But that's a common trait among the Insector Digimon, and I'm not really sure why all of them have that speech pattern. Anyway, right up here is where we need to go.
Himari, look! It's a human! Whoa, Rika! Don't get too close! I told you, we don't know what's going on here, so we have to be careful. But this person looks kind. Those are the most dangerous types of people. It's not normal, and probably not sincere.
Hey! What is it? A human?
Hey, Himari, Kota changed completely too, you know. Maybe it's okay then. Even in the presence of a beautiful girl like me, he didn't turn into a big bad wolf or anything, you know? He looked after Pabamon and Yuromon too, after all. Kota really is a good person.
What are you talking about?
Nothing important. We're discussing whether or not this person is a big bad wolf. Anyway, at least tell us your name, okay?
Before you ask someone's name, isn't it polite to give your own name first?
I just have to cut in here and say, Guillimon's voice being this deep in contrast to what it was in the anime was, the first time I played this, was a huge shock. Like, I was like, excuse you?
Yukimura, you're always so formal. You said the exact same thing when we first met.
It's called manners. It really goes without saying.
Well, I guess I need to learn by your example. Show us how it's done.
Fine. My name is Yukimura. This is my partner Kota.
I'm Kota Hirose. Nice to meet you.
I'm Rika. I'm Himari's partner. And I am Himari Ofuchi.
You introduce yourself.
I see. That's a good name.
Huh? I've heard that name somewhere. Kota, do you have something to eat?
Only 2 Digistocks. I want to go in farther, but there's an aggressive Digimon in the way. There's not much around here for Digimon to eat. We don't even know how to get back to our own world.
Oh yeah, how did you get here? You can't get back to the real world even from, Floatia?
Well, if you're still here, there really must be no way back, right? Could the problem be the machine Draymon attacks? This world is in trouble.
No thanks to you, Kota. But first things first, what do we do about this?
Well, let's see if we can get to Floatia. We can take these Digimon too, right?
Okay. Oh, so that cutscene I really liked because there were so many familiar voices in that cutscene. It was Yukimura's voice, which was, I think it's Patrick Seitz. I think that's how I pronounce the last name. We had Christina V as Himari, and then we had Michelle Ruff as Rika. Thank you again. There are humans other than me and Himari. That's a big relief. I'm glad we met, but it's strange that someone has 2 Digimon partners. Really weird. And you all know, like every time I hear Michelle Ruff's voice, I just lose it. It's like, oh my gosh, Michelle Ruff! Ah! Anyway, I will meet you back in Floatia. Alright, and once we're back in Floatia...
Oh! I just remembered! You! That name you told us!
That's my name.
What? Didn't you hear the first time?
You don't remember anything, Kota?
I'm supposed to know this person or something?
Do you remember the National Digital Monsters Tournament when we were in 5th grade?
Of course! We only got into the top 4, but it was still one of the best moments of my life.
Me too. We both lost in the semifinals, but the person who got to the finals?
What? It was you?
Kota was so nervous, I don't think he'd remember you.
And Himari had just got into high school, so she probably wouldn't know you either.
They just said 5th grade. Is he just trying to say she wouldn't remember me? I think that's where what he's trying to say was like she doesn't remember because she just got into high school. It's been so long. Well, no, he said had just got into high school, but she said when they were in 5th grade. Well, wait a minute.
Anyway, where is Gigimon's house?
Maybe the schooling system is just different than I thought it was, but I don't... 5th grade high school? I don't know about that one.
I see. Of the 4 strongest participants in the same tournament, 3 have mysteriously been pulled into the digital world.
I feel like this has to be more than just coincidence.
This Digivice was a runners-up prize for those in the semifinals. That must be what brought us here.
Does that mean the other semifinalist is here too?
Maybe. Or maybe they didn't use their Digivice yet. We can only guess.
Digivices that only you people carry. If we weren't in so much trouble already, I'd want to investigate these devices.
How dangerous are all these machine Draymon attacks?
They're very dangerous. They might mean the end of the digital world.
If we could do something about the machine Draymon, Will you help us get back to the real world?
Yes, I have already made a promise to this Tamer.
Then you'll have our help as well.
We'll do anything we can to help, if there's a way to get back to the real world.
So, what should we do?
This Tamer has been bringing residents back to Floatia and greatly assisting in its recovery. There's still the threat of the violent Digimon. Would you perhaps act as bodyguards?
Bodyguards? Oh, that sounds super cool. Leave it to us.
You sound motivated, at least. Anyway, I've been building a device that will be able to detect the presence of Machine Draymon. It will take some time for me to finish it, with just me working on it. That is why I am hoping to enlist the cooperation of this world's wisest man. Will you go to Logic Volcano and find Taumon? He can be something of a slow starter, so this may be a tough request, but I'm counting on you. Got a second?
You're back, KennyDubz. I have good
Made
news.
my day.
Koagamon has come back to Floatia. It likes to hang out in the training hall at night. I wonder what it'll do for us. Its prosperity is now 8. Still a long way to go. Okay, so now we're at Tamer level 4. So, before we end this video off, first let's check our Digimail. Head to Logic Volcano. Taumon has a place where it can meditate halfway up Logic Volcano. It's south of the Noise Storm, next to the Server Desert, west of Night Plains. Leave town, go west, south, and south. It's going to be a long journey. Yeah, it will be. So in the previous episode, I just kind of briefly went over the Tamer skills. However, I didn't go over the skills which I think would be beneficial for starting out the game. Now, it's going to come down to personal preference. However, I recommend early on the where is it? Is it evolving? Evolving is one of the ones you can do, but life type is good early on because it increases your life gain for the Digimon, increases the natural life, and further increases natural life. So that's really good. You don't really need to worry about reverse type early on because this is more of a thing where Digimon, where as you go further and further into the generations, your stats will become higher naturally as they reincarnate. But you don't really need this at the start of the game because your Digimon won't fade away at the start of the game. You have a little bit of time before that. Oops. Where is the one? Magical item? No, it's drop type. Drop type and learning type are what I'm going to focus on first, because this gives you access to more items and money early on. That's not the main one I wanted though. If you're going to be using gym for mainly training, I would recommend getting this. But if you're going to be doing battle training, I think it might be... Did it drop? I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Ah, it's learning. Okay, yeah, it is learning. What I recommend is the learning type first, especially if you're going to be doing battle training, because this is going to increase the post-battle parameter increase, meaning the stats you get after battle. And this does it even further. This increases the skill learning in battle. Drop type will also go hand in hand with that, because if you're battling a lot, you're going to be picking up items and you're going to be picking up money. So these two go hand in hand. But like I said, if you're going to be using mostly the gym, you can work on these. But this and this order I'm going to be working on early on, and the walker type, if you're going to be doing battle training as well, is invaluable because you'll just regain HP and MP simply by walking around in the field, which you're going to be doing even if you're not doing battle training, just because you're exploring through the game. So that is where I'm going to call it for this video. My recording is quite long, but I still have quite a few things to trim down. Oh, we got that already. We'll save that for next time. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do show your support, or let's help the channel out, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.